beginning of a new work week. The countdown to elections continues. Welcome to InfoHub. Guyana celebrates becoming an oil-producing nation. Citizens reminded of the progress made under the coalition government, and CARICOM and Japan signed agreement for construction of PV generation system. It is Monday, January 20, and it's 34 days to our Golden Jubilee Republic anniversary. Thank you for joining us. Amidst much pomp and flair last Friday evening, Guyana officially celebrated becoming an oil-producing nation. The night saw a cocktail reception being held to observe the momentous occasion and ended with a magnificent display of fireworks on the seawalls. Delivering remarks on behalf of the government of Guyana, Minister of Public Security, the Honorable Kemrat Ramjatan, who was also performing the duties of Prime Minister, deemed the occasion a joyous one for Guyana.
We believe that moments like these are rare and must be celebrated. It is a time of national pride and upliftment, as well as a time for deep reflection and serious leadership. Up to this moment and beyond requires tremendous investment from everyone involved. We Guyanese must rise to that challenge by working collaboratively with world-class companies like Exxon and partners.
ExxonMobil upstream president Liam Malone stated Guyana has tons to celebrate as it has achieved first oil in record time. He explained that after making the first discovery, the timeline to achieving first oil ramped up.
If we had met average industry performance, do you know when we would have been celebrating this event? 2024. 2024, we would have been celebrating this event. The average time in water of this depth from discovery to first oil is 9 years. This was done in 5. Not only was it done in 5, and those benefits directly accrue to the people of Guyana, the government, and of course to the partnership, but it was done safely, which several people have mentioned, and very importantly, it was done below the cost we expected when we first started.
The evening culminated with the Guyana Defense Force lighting up the night skies with a kaleidoscope of colors. The event took place at the Kitty Seawall with the support of ExxonMobil and attracted hundreds who turned out to witness the magnificent fireworks display. Prime Minister the Honorable Moses Nagamutu, who is performing the duties of president, has reminded Guyanese of the progress the country has made over the last 4 years under the coalition government. The Prime Minister was at the time addressing residents during a community engagement in La Parfaite Harmony, West Bank Demerara. Prime Minister Nagamutu reminded that in its first term, the coalition made significant progress across all sectors, particularly in education, infrastructure, and health. Recalling the recent session of the G77, where Guyana accepted the chairmanship of the group, he noted that the country was commended on its accelerated development over the last few years.
The confidence in Guyana, the image in Guyana has been given a boost because of its leadership.
Director General of the Ministry of the Presidency, Joseph Harmon, also echoed similar sentiments. He remarked that with all that is being said about the current administration, it must be noted that it remains focused on moving Guyana and all its people forward.
We have a movement, and so when we say we are moving forward, we are moving all of Guyana with us. We are not leaving back anybody.
CARICOM and Japan today signed an agreement for the construction of a photovoltaic power generation system. The agreement was marked with the turning of the sod at CARICOM's headquarters.
CARICOM's agreement with Japan will improve the efficiency of the power system in the capital city by enhancing distribution equipment. The Guyana $3.3 billion or US $6 million agreement will also see CARICOM's plan for a completely green headquarters in Georgetown becoming a reality. Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Honourable Karen Cummins said the project could not have come at a better time when countries are grappling the effects of climate change.
This component will assist in the improvement and reliability of power supply through the reduction of power loss in the process of transmission and distribution of electricity, resulting in increased levels of efficiency. It also comes at an important juncture in our development when the demand for reliable power is increasing and will continue to do so. It also adds credence to our advocacy for urgent, necessary, and appropriate adjustments internationally in the battle against climate change.
CARICOM Secretary General Ambassador Erwin LaRocque said the occasion was another milestone for the Secretariat and in its relationship with Japan.
I well recall the Green Buildings Initiative and the first energy audit of the Secretariat in 2010, which laid the initial groundwork for the journey which has brought us here today. At that time, we were pursuing energy efficiency. It was an initiative fully supported by the Executive Management Committee, who urged that our headquarters should be a green building as an example to other public buildings in the community. Now, with the help of the government of Japan, we are on the way to achieving that objective.
Japan is a leading manufacturer of photovoltaics, PV, and a large installer of domestic PV systems. Felicia Valenzuela, InfoHub.
While presenting steel pans to the Mackenzie High School this morning, Minister of Education, the Honorable Dr. Nicolette Henry, noted that the handing over of the items is happening at a time when people need to show more respect and love for teachers. Citing the recent incident where a teacher was attacked by a parent, Minister Henry said that Guyanese need to show love and inculcate the softer skills. The Education Minister was seen clad in black and white, throwing her support behind teachers. She assured the school that the government of Guyana cares about teachers since they are the mainstay of the education sector and committed to ensuring schools remain safe spaces, not just for students, but also for teachers. A $190 million concrete bridge was officially handed over to the Moruca Subdistrict Region 1 at a commissioning ceremony hosted on Saturday last. Shaquille Bourne tells us more.
The newly commissioned concrete bridge in Moruca now spans 385 feet in length by 40 feet width. It is also equipped with solar lights and can accommodate water travel for boats up to 25 feet in height.
The majority of people around here, they're happy and they're proud because they know at least they have confidence in the government.
That was Deputy Tushau of Cubana, Andrew Wilson. Representing a link between Kumaka and Santa Rosa, the construction of the bridge was lauded by the residents of surrounding communities.
We had many bridges before, and it was wooden bridge. And for me, I use a flagging for cross on the bridge. Sometimes when car passing, I used to go on one corner and just hold on and ask God, let this bridge don't fall down with me.
Sometimes I used to be scared. Sometimes I used to be scared driving across the bridge. The bridge used to be rocking. Right? But now you could see we have a very, you could say, modernized bridge here.
Vice Chair of the National Tushaus Council said the project is sustainable.
Sustainable long-term projects are what can propel our village economies to prosperity. No more should we settle or accept handouts, but we must demand sustainable projects. And that is what the government of the day has been giving to us.
Minister of Indigenous Peoples Affairs, the Honorable Sidney Alicock, delivered the feature address.
I urge you to look beyond the small picture of simple travel and see the massive potential that is before you in linking markets and accessibility to more goods and services.
Noting the investment was one in the pipeline since the coalition government was in the opposition benches, Public Infrastructure Minister the Honorable David Patterson said the bridge's integrity will stand the test of time.
I can guarantee you folks, this bridge will stand here for another 40 to 50 years without any work.
Other government ministers and local leaders attended the groundbreaking ceremony.
Reporting from the Moruca Subdistrict with videographer Akeem Thomas, Shaquille Bourne for InfoHub.
When the news returns, multi-million-dollar maternity unit at Lenore to be operational in April, and Guyana Power and Light Incorporated and Giftland Mall signed power sharing agreement. Details of these and more after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The $74 million maternity unit at the Lenore Diagnostic Center will be operational in April.
The maternity unit, which has been upgraded from an antenatal clinic, will offer a full range of maternity services from pre-birth clinic to post-delivery healthcare. Minister of Public Health, the Honorable Valda Lawrence, told West Coast Demerara residents of this new development.
We added a maternity wing there because we recognize that persons coming from the islands and from the river and those complicated cases that are being sent from regions 2 have to come all the way to Georgetown. And so we decided that we must put an end to that. We invested over $74 million and we have added a maternity wing there that will be open soon, comrades. You don't have to go to Georgetown and you don't have to drive all the way to West Demerara Hospital.
The Leonora Diagnostic Center is one of those identified as a smart health facility, being a safe and green space. Along with the upgrades to fully achieve this status, Regional Executive Officer Jennifer Ferreira-Dugal noted that the infrastructural works will be completed early in the second quarter of 2020.
I'm seeing health in Region 3 to take a next step up, especially when the Smart Hospital is finished, and we're trying to do that very quickly. The expanded maternity wing is should be finished by, I would say, by April. Yes, because they had to do some extra work there.
Construction of the maternity unit was conceptualized in 2016 after there was a push to improve and upgrade the maternity services at several regional and district hospitals to address overcrowding at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation. For InfoHub, Delicia Haynes.
The Guyana Power and Light Incorporated has signed a contract with Giftland Mall for electricity to be supplemented to the company's grid.
Minister of Public Infrastructure, the Honorable David Patterson, made this disclosure on the sidelines of the sod-turning ceremony for the beginning of a solar project that is expected to power CARICOM headquarters at Liliendal.
The power purchase agreement has been signed, the technical modalities have been worked out, and I think very shortly the license has been granted. So very shortly Giftland will be doing likewise. I'm talking in a matter of weeks, I would think, or days, and they'll be supplying about 3 to 4 megawatts into the power grid to augment what GPL has at the moment.
Last September, Chairman of Giftland Mall, Roy Bepat, told InfoHub the company had 2 proposals to supply power to GPL's grid. While Giftland has 6.7 megawatts of power, only 1.6 megawatts is being used during optimal operations. Presently, GPL's power generation stands at 142 megawatts, while the peak demand pegs at 124.6 megawatts. This allows for a 17.4 megawatts reserve, which falls below the internationally required standard of 20% of power generation. Because of the low reserve capacity, power disruptions due to maintenance of generators may occur, hence the need to increase the overall generation shortfall. The agreement with Giftland Mall allows GPL to work towards an increase in its power generation. Shaquille Bourne for InfoHub.
Ready to defend his 2019 Chutney Monarch title while preparing to snatch the 2020 Carib Soca Monarch, 27-year-old Stephen Ramphal is determined to dominate the competition, spreading his message of love and unity this year.
Somebody scream!
Though 2019 was the first time Stephen has formally competed in both the Soca and Chutney Monarch competitions, his songwriting began way before that.
Music in a whole, it doesn't matter the genre of music. I got inspiration through looking at the old folks back in the days had stage shows. Going to these shows when I was younger, I was inspired by them because I saw the influence they had on young people, the younger generation, and I wanted personally to be influential not only to young people, but to the world at large.
Using performances from local and international artists as an inspiration, he said it helped to craft his larger-than-life stage presence.
As I always say, the different flavors of cultures is always what makes things better. This year, I have decided to come on another topic. Yes, it's based on love. Yes, it's based on peace and harmony. But this time I'm focusing on let the people know who Stephen Ramphel is all about. I'm not only a person that is a chutney king, but I want him to know that I'm here not only to promote love, peace, and harmony and promote music, but I'm here to share a message which not only Guyanese could benefit from, but the entire world at large.
This year, Ramphel will be promoting his songs Be the Same and Jo Sagit Me Gata. The competitors are once again battling for the $1 million first place spot and 1 year bragging rights. As with last year's prizes, second place finisher will take away $600,000, while third place will pocket $400,000 and fourth place $200,000. Neola Damon, InfoHub. As we prepare for Elections Day on March 2, if you haven't done so as yet, check to ensure your name is on the revised list of electors. Voting is your democratic right. That's all for today. Connect with us on all our social media platforms, including WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye for now.